Good morning, students. In the previous class, we people have studied like few questions of exercise 5.1 which were related to group frequency distribution table and so on. Now, today what we will be doing, we will be discussing questions of exercise 5.2. But before starting that, I would like to introduce you one term that is new for you, that is pie chart, and we also call it circle graph. Okay, now let me tell you one thing. Like I have told you, there are different ways of representing any data, or there are different ways of organizing any data. So this is also one of the method to organize the data, and this is called circle graph or pie chart. Definitely this pie chart you are not able to understand. By looking at the word circle graph, you all can interpret that the data must be organized in the form of circle. Okay, so pie chart or circle graph is represented in the form of circle, and it can be said as that pie chart represent a part of whole, represent parts of whole. Now what does it mean? Okay, now let's see. We have seen that we can divide this circle in infinite number of equal parts. So what we have to do, like supposingly I can divide this is half part and this is 1/4. So this is 1/4, this is also 1/4, and this is half. So since I have divided in such a way that I am able to find out the fraction, because this is 90 degree. Now what is the important thing? That the center angle of a circle is always 360 degree. That we all know that at center it is complete angle, and center angle of a circle is 360 degree. Okay, so what we are actually doing, we are dividing this 360 degree in different parts. So this was 90 degree, 90 upon 360 degree means that is 1/4. 90 upon 360 is 1/4. That's why this is 1/4 part. Similarly, this is 180 degree. So 180 out of 360 degree. So again it is 1/2. So what we have seen that a circle and its 360 degree complete angle can be divided into as many parts as we want, and we can make many angles in between the circle. So basically in pie chart, what we are doing, we are representing different parts of a whole quantity. For example, I can represent it a day. These are the 24 hours of a day, in which 1/4 hour is utilized for studies, and 1/4 hour is utilized for sleeping, and remaining half hours is utilized for other works of our day. So what we can do, we can represent different parts of a same whole quantity with the help of pie chart or circle graph. Both are same, and in this the major role is of the center angle, that is 360 degree. So based on that, let's do some questions. Based on that, let's start some questions of exercise 5.2. Then you will be able to understand the concept of pie chart in a better way. So you all understood what is basically a pie chart and circle graph. So okay students, so let's see the first question of exercise 5.2. You all can see this pie chart. What this pie chart is representing, it is a survey done for finding the what kind of music people like. Like 40% people like light music, okay, and 30% people like folk music, 10% people like classical music, and 20% people like semi-classical music. So this is the pie chart given to you, which is showing the choices of music by different kinds of people. Okay, then this pie chart, you can understand now. From the pie chart we have to answer few questions, in which first part is that if 20 people liked classical music, like here we know that classical music is liked by 10% people, okay, and it is given that 20 people liked classical music, means this 10% is equal to 20 people. You can understand the statement like here in the pie chart, percentage wise choice of music is given, and in the question like number of people is given. So classical music is liked by 20 people. Now the question is how many young people were surveyed. So what we came to know from this statement, that 10% of the total people surveyed is 20. Let the total people surveyed, let the total people surveyed be X. ठीक है, ये जो जितने भी लोगों का सर्वे हुआ है, फ्रॉम वेयर वी हैव फाइंड आउट दैट 20% लाइक सेमी क्लासिकल म्यूजिक, 40% लाइक लाइट म्यूजिक. So we have assumed that the total number of people is X. Now 10% of this total number of people is 20. Okay, so let's write it mathematically. 10% means 10 per 100. Of means multiply. 10% of X is means equal is 20. So how we can find the value of X? X is equal to 20. This 100 is in divide, so it will come in multiply, and 10 is in multiply, so it will come in divide. So 0 0 cancel. So in all 200 people were surveyed. This is the total number of people who have been surveyed. Now similarly in second part they are asking like which type of music is liked by maximum number of people. That you can answer by simply looking at the percentage. 40% is for light music. So what we will write? That light music is liked by maximum number of people. Okay. Now similarly third part is that if a cassette company were to make 1000 CDs, अगर किसी कैसेट कंपनी को टोटल 1000 CD बनानी है as per the choice of people, so how many of each type would they make? मतलब उस 1000 में से सेमी क्लासिकल की कितनी सीडीज होंगी, क्लासिकल की कितनी सीडीज होंगी, फोक की कितनी सीडीज होंगी, एंड लाइट म्यूजिक की कितनी सीडीज होंगी. सो फॉर दैट व्हाट वी हैव टू डू, लाइक लेट्स फाइंड आउट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल फॉर light music. Light music is 40%. So 40% of 1000. 2020 cancel, that is 400. So 400 CDs will be for light music. Now similarly for folk music it is 30% of 1000. So again 300 CDs for folk. Out of 1000, 400 will be of light music, and out of 1000, 300 will be of folk music, and then classical is 10% of 1000, which means 100 CDs, and then semi-classical is 20% of 1000, which means 200. So you can count these 4 types like 400 plus 300, 700, 800, then 1000. So these are the total 1000 CDs. So by using the percentage, you can find out the number of CDs also. And if the percentage and the value is given, then you can find the total number of strength also by using this way. Like 10% of the total is 20. So when we will frame it in mathematical form, we will find out the total number of people being surveyed. So I hope you all have understood this first question. Pie chart was already given to you. We have to only answer the questions based on this pie chart. So let's move to question number 2. Now in question number 2, you all can see the table I have made, which is already made in your textbook also. The question is a group of 360 people. You can count this in total. 90 plus 120, 210 and 210 plus 150. The total is coming 360. Okay. You can add this. You can see that the total is coming 360. So a group of 360 people were asked to vote for their favorite seasons. So 360 people have been asked that tell about your favorite seasons. So they have voted. 90 people have told that summer is their favorite season. 120 people vote for the rainy season. Similarly, 150 voted for the winter season. Now, first part is which season got the most votes? Very simple one. You all can see winter season got most votes. Okay, we have to write complete answer. Then in second part, find the central angle of each sector. Like central angle we have to find out. We know that in a circle, the central angle is of 360 degree. The complete angle is of 360 degree. So now we have to find the central angle for each season. So for that, like first of all I am finding for summer season. Summer, 90 votes are there out of 360 votes. So first of all we have to convert those votes in the form of fraction by dividing it by total. So 90 upon 360 and the complete angle is of 360 degree. So this is the value of angle. Like from 360 degree we want to see that how much share is for summer season from 360 degree. So 360 and 360 will be simplified. So it will come 90 degree. Similarly for rainy season, the calculation is very easy because in all the cases 360 will be simplified. So again first of all for fraction, 120 upon 360 into 360 degree. Then again 360 cancelled out, 120 degree. So 120 degree is the angle for rainy season. And then for third part, that is winter. For winter season, it is 150 upon 360 degree. 360 into 360 degree, which means 150 degree. So in this way we have seen that we have found the central angles for each season. Now what is the third part? Third part is draw a pie chart to show the information. Now everything we have calculated, we have to only show the pie chart for the same. Now first of all I will draw a single line. This is center and I will draw this line to make a starting point. Okay, this is my initial line. From here I will start measuring all the angles. So first of all on this you will put your protector and we have to measure 90 degree. So this 90 degree is for summer season. Okay. Now similarly for rainy it is 120 degree. So what we will do for this 120, now we will put our protector on this line in this way. Okay, and here will be 0, then 90, 0, 30, 60, 90 and somewhere here I will get 120 degree. So this is 120 degree and the remaining will be automatically 150 degree. So you can write summer, rainy and winter. So this is the pie chart for different seasons. So you can write down the heading for this, that pie chart for votes of different seasons. Okay, now I hope you all have understood that how we can draw the pie chart. For drawing the pie chart, the first important thing is to find the value of central angle. Until and unless we will not find the central angle, we can't draw the pie chart. Okay, this is the first thing. And to find the central angle, since the complete angle is of 360 degree, so in all the cases we have to multiply by 360 degree for any question. If you want to know the angle, then you have to multiply by 360 degree. And before multiplying by 360 degree, you have to find out the fraction for that object. How fraction we are finding? The value upon total. Like for summer it was 90 and the total was 360 degree. Again for rainy the value was 120 and the total was 360 degree. For any fraction, at the denominator we are having total number of parts, and at numerator we are having a particular part. So this is fraction, then multiplying by 360 degree, we are getting all the angles. First we will draw the initial line, then first we will draw first angle, and from that line we will draw the second angle, and from that line we can make further angles. So I hope you all have understood question number 2. So now third question I will explain you now. Okay, so just look at that question. Okay, now in question number 3, this table is given to you and the question is draw the pie chart for the given data. Now for drawing the pie chart, I told you the first is to find the central angle. Now what we can do, for finding the central angle, we can make a table in which we can find out all the angles together. In the first column, I will be having colors, okay, and in second column, I can have fraction. In third column, I can have central angle. Okay. Now let's see how we are finding that. Now colors. First of all, I am finding for color blue. What will be the fraction? 18 is the share and the total is 36. So the fraction is, let's keep it 18 upon 36. Now for finding central angle, what I have to do? Multiply it by 360 degree. Now on solving this, I will get 10. So 18 tens are 180 degree. Okay, it's very easy finding central angle. Then next color, that is green. For green, the share is 9 and fraction will be 9 by 36. So again 9 by 36 into 360 degree. It will be simplified 10, so 90 degree. Then for red color, 6 upon 36, 6 upon 36 into 360 degree. What we will get? 60 degree. Now for next yellow. Yellow again 3 by 36. So 3 by 36 into 360 degree. What I am getting? 30 degree. Okay. So you can see that colors are there and fraction we have found, and then we have found the central angle. So this is the table. Now we can draw the pie chart very easily. Draw the circle first by using compass. Take its center. From center make one initial line. Now this initial line you can keep the protector. You have to measure 120 degree, means a complete half of this. This is 180 degree, which is for color blue. Now green 90 degree. Again we can keep it here, and this is 90 degree. This is for color green. And then red 60 degree. Now keeping on this, we can make 60 degree. And the remaining will be automatically 30 degree. So this is red and this is yellow. So in this way you can draw the pie chart, and heading you can write that pie chart of colors. Okay, so in this way we have done 3 questions of exercise 5.2. I hope that you all have understood that how we can draw the pie chart, and if the pie chart is given to you, then how you can find the answer. There are few more questions in this exercise which we will do in our next class. So just complete these 3 questions, then we will proceed ahead. Thank you, students.